Okay, allow sharing, please. Admin, allow sharing, please. Please allow sharing. Okay, we've been here, I think, just starting first page. We finish introduction. So anybody want to introduce himself still can please go ahead and do introduction. I think we've been 6 or something. We all finish. Mr. Murad, Rishma, Rehan, Mr. Rehan.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Okay.
Good
You
evening, sir.
can
You can
see,
hear
I
me?
think, the screen now clear. The voice is clear. Are you with me? If any issue, please write in the chat box down. Icon number 4 or 5, you will find chat. If any issue, just write it if you cannot speak. Okay? You can see it? Okay. Now I'm asking, can you see my screen, which is showing LEED GA course rectangle? Yeah?
No, there is no, it's just white screen. There's nothing on the screen. It's white screen.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for telling. Please, this is interactive meeting, okay? So if you will not answer me, or if you will not interact or ask question, it's better to make it recorded, okay?
Yeah, now it's
You are here to
clear now.
ask, to interact, to give your opinion before you just listening and finish, okay? If you don't do that, so you're wasting, don't waste your time, okay? I'm asking you, can you see my screen or no? You can see, say yes, open microphone. Say yes, I can see, close, finish, okay? So today, we'll start LEED GA course. It's one of the courses that will make something different in your career, generally in your career. The course that will give you, I will not say additional income, but it'll give you additional opportunities in this harsh market where opportunities are very limited and every opportunity have, we'll say 1,000 applicant. This from the job perspective. From the self-development, the LEED GA will add to you the knowledge that you need in your part or section of engineering that you are doing, any type of engineering. So it will be beneficial for all types of engineer or all specialties. Okay, Mr. Rehan, thank you for introduction, and I hope you attend with us also LEED GA. You will find some review, and it will good foundation for LEED AP. We give different GAs and others, so we give the course details that you will find something not really everywhere. So please attend with us in LEED GA also if you have time. These are the course resources. You have also access to online platform through the administration of Green International that will give you, facilitate for you. I will give you other resources also. You can practice, you can study through the website. This is the content of LEED Green Associate course. As I said, today is introduction, 1 hour. We will not take a break or some come back. No, keep it light. Prepare yourself. Okay. I will share with you also this presentation. So don't worry. You don't need to take screenshot or write or do something. I'll share it to you in PDF. So don't worry about it. The content from chapter 1 to chapter 12. Why it's 12 chapters, maybe it's 7 categories. Some people take already LEED GA and they find some differences. Yes, LEED GA from the perspective who giving it and what you give. Here we give complete chapters, cover all the categories in additional to some categories that will give you more insights about the LEED, the cost and the benefits of LEED, additional chapters. Okay, so don't worry, it's just a very simple chapter. It's not too much work to do. Think we are recording. Just make me sure. Yes, we are recording. The course content finished. Course will go through one by one. Today we'll take a small introduction in chapter 1, introduction to green buildings and LEED credentials. LEED credentials, okay? And I'm sure you'll find it interesting. Of course, LEED is developed by United States Green Building Council, okay? Registered trademark of the United States Green Building Council. Okay, we will take details later about what is Green Building Council and what is GBCI and USGBC and what are the differences, what are the roles of each one. But for now, keep it simple. Introduction to green buildings. Before we go to LEED, we need to know what is green buildings, what is LEED, what is sustainability. Are there any difference? Always people say and repeat green buildings. Sometimes they say sustainable buildings. Sometimes they say. So what is it really? And what is the relation between these two LEED? This that we need really to know, not just studying LEED and we don't know the difference between LEED and sustainability, green building and LEED. Okay. So in the learning objective of this introduction was to understand the basics of green buildings, learn more or various green building rating system. Is it only LEED? LEED is the only system in the world that we can work with. What about credential? Why I take this course? What I will be? What certificate I will take after this course? What is the credential level I will have? What are the benefits for me? Okay. What about the examination and how to go for the exam? All these are many questions you ask to yourself before you take the course. And even until now, you're still asking these questions. So we need to clear these questions in the introduction. Why? To make your mind clear later to study the material and pass the exam. First, green buildings. When I say building is green, there are some characteristics of the buildings I will understand or something will come into my mind. What come into your mind when I tell you green building? Open for discussion. You can write, you can take permission or raise your hand and speak, no issue. What comes to your mind when I say this building is green? And can a building be green but not LEED certified, or it doesn't have a LEED certificate? Another question. Okay, so buildings or green building sustainability, it's about to understand the concepts really and enjoy it, not just to repeat something we say and that's it. You will go to the exam, you will not answer. But if you understand what I say, if you think every word, what does it mean? Analyze it, make a relationship between it and the other things you learn. In this case, you will find the exam very easy. In here, green buildings are energy efficient, like what we see here. Water efficient, better indoor environment inside the building. And we have one whole chapter about indoor environmental quality. Use friendly, sustainable materials. Less waste, reduce transportation requirement, protect or restore environment or habitat here. Habitat means environment, okay? Overall, reduce environmental impact through the life cycle. What is the life cycle? The building life from design up to demolition. design, construction, operation until demolition of the building. So here, this what means of green building. Does it mean a building is a LEED? One question. If I say building is energy efficient, water efficient, better indoor environment like temperature, lighting, acoustics. When I say all these guys, I want to answer for this, please, even in chat box. When I say this is a green building, does it mean it's a LEED building? Mr. Rehan, okay. About others? Elena, yes, not necessary. Okay. I hope others also will participate and give answer next time, okay? So when I say it's green, you are right, Rehan and Elena, it's doesn't mean it's a LEED. But here's the problem. From here the problem come. From here the problem come. The building can be a green building, but it doesn't have a certificate. It's like you say, I know in medicine, I am a doctor, and I even can treat you better than a doctor, but I don't have accreditation or certificate. Anyone will believe you? Anyone will come to you and say, yes, you are green building? Of course, no. So like you, like the buildings. The buildings, who will say this building is really green? Who will attest the system like LEED? And it will give you certificate and will tell you, yes, you are green, but your level is this level. We'll discuss it later. Silver, gold, platinum. We'll discuss this later, but they will give you level. But before you just speak about yourself, who will believe you? No one. That's why when I say my building is green, it is necessary to accompany that with another certification to prove that you are green. It's good to be green. Okay, what about sustainability? Sustainability is a word that can be applied to any system and not only buildings. So when you speak about buildings, to apply sustainability, then in buildings we call it sustainable buildings or green buildings. But again, sustainable buildings, green buildings need to be what? Certified, to have something to say what level you are sustainable, to what level, to what extent you are sustainable or green. Do you agree with me? Yes, of course, yeah, because this is what we look for. That's why we come here. So what are the measurements? So we'll comply. So we'll do the effort needed to achieve the best certification level in LEED. Yes, we come here to know what to do. So LEED is a market-leading rating system. What means rating system? A system that measures and give you the result of measurement. Okay. I see here, 1 second. The building should be assessed by certification authority to be LEED certified. No, not really, Mohammed. The LEED is a third-party certification. It's not related to government regulation and so on, but there is some small intersection there. We will take it during the course that, of course, any government, local government regulation will be followed first before LEED. Yes? LEED is another thing, another third-party certification. Like we say, ISO third-party, and one of the strongest certificates. But of course, it's not ISO. It's engineering environmental certificate. Okay? So we are just kicking it from the outside. We are not going inside today. Green building, sustainability, LEED. What does it mean, LEED? Then we will know, of course. So significance of green building. We know then the green buildings. What is the significance of green buildings? Any one of you studies project management? Not necessarily studied project management, but worked in a project. Oh, we all work in projects that apply project management. They say in project management, if there is no problem, the project fail before it starts. There is no objectives. The project come to solve an issue, community issue, service, provide service, any result, and so on. This is the project. When the project have no meaning, doesn't come to provide service or to solve an issue, there is no need for the project. The same for a green building. Assume it's a project. If the green building or if the building or the system of LEED and green buildings does not come to solve an issue, then it's useless. Nobody of you will come here and learn about LEED and green building because you don't have problem guys in your buildings. But actually there is a problem. That's why we are here. That's why we're trying to solve the problem. And actually it's a big problem, which is the global warming, climate change, depletion of resources, ozone depletions, land pollution, water pollution, air pollution. What is the solution? It's a green buildings. So green buildings successful project. It is a successful project to do. So let's do this project. Okay. First of all, we need to know about greenhouse gases because all the way the greenhouse gases is the main cause for climate change, global warming, ozone depletion, pollution, all the problems we say. So greenhouse gas. Now, there is a question in the screen and down below. You can answer in the chat box. Can you guess which of the above has the highest contribution to greenhouse gas emissions? First of all, you need to know what is greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases is the CO2 emissions that you see in the left side of the screen, the photo. CO2 that cause global warming. The main contributor to global warming is CO2. Of course, there is other gases, not only CO2, but they say that CO2 is the major contributor to greenhouse gas emissions. Okay? CO2 is the major contributor to greenhouse gas emissions. So you can call it CO2 or greenhouse gas. They are the same. Of course, not only CO2 is there, but CO2 contribute to 80% of these gases. That's why we usually say CO2 or greenhouse gas. Doesn't matter for us. So when you say CO2, it's fine also. All right. So let me see your answer then. I have clarified it. Industries, transportation. Okay. So this course kind of you have some correction to some concepts. And I'm not saying I'm sad that you not answer. No, I'm happy because that's the way we take this course. Actually, it's not industries or transportation. You know what? It's what? Don't worry, it's buildings. Buildings or smart city design can eliminate or reduce the congestion or the traffic jams. Okay, and also industries at the end they are buildings. So where to make the industries? What are the specification of the industrial buildings? So all in all, they are buildings. Okay. Many cities in the world, you see, you go there and you find there is no way to travel in the city, but actually it's about road design, city design that makes this conjunction. Okay, okay. So they are buildings. Buildings here contribute to 43% of greenhouse gas. Industrial, which is also building, contribute to 25, and transportation 32. So when you have three problems, one bigger than another, but the biggest is the building, which one to start? For me, I will solve the biggest problem because if I solve this, I already solved more than 40% of my problems, right? The numbers here, industrial buildings are industrial, commercial, residential. Okay, so 43 plus 25, how many? What is the percentage? 8. 68. So become almost 70% related to buildings. So the numbers here are just for clarification, illustration, not to remember these numbers, not to remember. Just to give one statement that buildings are the biggest contributor to greenhouse gas emissions. This is what I need you to say only, not to tell me it's 43, this is 25 or 20 or what, I forget. No, not like this, okay? When something you need to remember, I will let you know. Believe me, I will crack for you the exam. I'll give you what comes in the exam, what you need to focus, everything. Okay, these numbers here also not to remember, but you need to give some simple statement to be in your mind only, in your mind. That green buildings can reduce energy, CO2 emission, water, and solid waste. Very simple, yes. Solid waste by 70, water by 40, CO2 emission by 39, energy use by 50%. So what do you think? Solid waste, I can reduce 70, it can be 80, it can be 50, doesn't matter. We will see. Based on your how green you are, you can achieve more numbers. Okay? We say also the concept we see here nowadays, the concept of zero waste, zero energy, zero water. So what are these concepts? Of course, you cannot achieve this. It's a theoretical levels, but we try to achieve this, but in the normal building or buildings that just want to achieve LEED certification and achieve somehow realistic green, to build a realistic green building that really have realistic saving, we can say these number are the intermediate number in between the low and the high. They are not so high, they are not low. And they are not numbers, exact numbers to remember. They just to show what green buildings can do is in a normal case building. Per capita CO2. Someone asked me a question, which is the biggest country in the world that causes all CO2 emission? The most or the highest level of CO2 emission come from what countries? Someone said the per capita is coming from Qatar, Kuwait, UAE, Bahrain. Then I wonder, how come this? The CO2 coming from Qatar, Kuwait, UAE, Bahrain, and USA. Of course, it's wrong. What about China? What about USA? What about UK, German, the industrial countries? And Europe themselves, they acknowledge that yes, they are the reason for the most global warming happening on the earth. Not Africa, okay? Not Africa, mostly coming from Europe, USA, and Asia, China and India. So why this Qatar and Bahrain? Yes, because you forget this. I'm not saying CO2 emissions as a country level. I'm saying per capita. Per capita means per person. So in Qatar, it's a bigger. Why? Because maybe lifestyle. I have a 2 Land Cruiser and I live only one alone in a villa, 2,000 meters, for example. Yes? Maybe. So the lifestyle and the number of population. Okay, suppose this Qatar, the same population of China. Of course, it will be more and more. So it will be country level. But Qatar is a very small country. Okay, so if we calculate the CO2 emission of the country overall, even though everyone is using too much energy, the total will be very small number comparing to Philippines, India, UK, USA. But if I speak a person, the share, what is your share? You are in Qatar now, for example. What is your share of greenhouse gas emission? It will be like 44 parts comparing to 0.8 parts in Philippines. Got it clear? So per capita means per person. So don't get like confused when I say to you the Qatar per capita CO2 emission is the highest. No, I speak about the person use of CO2 emission. So LEED come to give a certification to buildings based on levels. Some building will pass, some no, some will achieve higher certificate or higher score because it's a score based on points. It's based on points. So how many points you achieve? That is the question here. How many points you achieve? Are you with me? Okay, I hope so.
Yes.
So green buildings are certified by various green building rating system across the world. Here answering the second question, I asked it in the introduction. Is LEED the only system? Why take LEED? Why only LEED? There is many systems there. There is Istidama, there is Mustadam, Pearl, Green Star, Beream, LEED India, so many. Why LEED? And here comes a question. And the answer that LEED is the most comprehensive system in the world. Like what we can see here in the screen now. Let me just make sure you can see the screen. Yes, you can see. United States LEED covered in United States. And Qatar have GSAS, India have GREA and IGBC, Taiwan have EEWH, Abu Dhabi have Pearl system, and Dubai have Safat, and so many systems. Australia have Green Star, remember that, it's not mentioned here. Okay, UK have BREEAM. But LEED, it's in United States, but it's also in Qatar there. In Australia, it is there. In Africa, it is there. In Asia. So LEED is international rating system, cover design, building, and construction, and operation. So why LEED? International system, recognized, adopted in many countries, not only Brazil and Canada, but also in GCC, Gulf Council, countries that contribute Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Bahrain, Oman, Kuwait, Iraq, all these countries. Also in Africa, like Egypt, Algeria, Tunisia, Morocco, all these countries work in LEED. This number of projects, quite old numbers. It's not just for illustration, so you don't need to remember these numbers. They will not ask you in the exam what is the highest number of certified projects, but just to show in 2014, during the peak time of construction in UAE and Qatar, no, Qatar come later in 2020, after 2016 to 22, the World Cup. So this number become very high. So I will just eliminate this slide now, and I'll tell you every project in the Middle East now is LEED or any rating system. Some projects have two systems. They certify the buildings under LEED plus other system. I'm working in a project now that is LEED plus Mustadam used in Saudi Arabia. And in Qatar, we were working in a project stadium for World Cup that was LEED and what GSAS in Qatar. Okay. So we have some questions that have been answered, but the most important question to answer is why I'm taking LEED course. At the end, what is the benefit to me? The benefit that you will become LEED Green Associate after passing the exam. Your name will be registered with USGBC, United States Green Building Council. You will be accredited as a LEED Green Associate level. It's advisable for all project team, from the surveyor on site to the project manager. Okay? You must take LEED GA first before going to any of the second level LEED GA, LEED AP, any of these. And you will notice also that LEED AP have some specialities, but the most important is LEED BD plus C. For sure, you need to know what are these symbols. LEED AP means accredited professional, which is the second or higher level of LEED that give you more details in the system. Okay, quite longer. BLD plus C means cover building design and construction. Homes cover homes up to 9 stories only. ID plus C mean interior design and construction. It's for interior designers. ND for neighborhood, for urban planning or master planning. ND, neighborhood development. And O plus M for sure you will say operation and maintenance. Someone will ask me, so where I'm start? What LEED AP I'm taking now in this course? Of course, LEED AP PD plus C. This is the mother of all this. Even you go to take course in this, you will not find someone giving course in ID because this will be self-study. Because after you take LEED GA and LEED AP, you are a monster. You can take anything. You can self-study. Go to an organization and know what to do already. So we're giving you the path and the way to forward to do anything. If you are just satisfied with LEED BD plus C, that's fine, because you don't need really to need for homes. As long as you have BD plus C already, you can be homes. You can work for LEED project for homes. You can work for LEED ND. You will be very aware, very familiar once you open the manual. Everyone have manual. You will open this manual, small manual, 200 page each, or up 200 or up to 400. This one is 800 page. So this is the mother. If I will take, of course I will take BD plus C and GA. I will not go to any of these. But some people want more. So I will tell you, after you take BD plus C, go for O&M if you are an engineer that work for operation and maintenance. And if you are master planner, go for ND after BD plus C. Don't go direct to ND. Why? Because BD plus C, it will teach you how to design and construct based on green measurement. So it's very valuable course. These two greens, I believe they are the most important. Then do whatever you can. LEED Fellow is like a certificate also, or a little level of credential that giving to people who work for 10 years or more in the green building design and construction. It doesn't require exam. It's by application and by giving you some feedback from your colleagues and your co-workers. Okay, so it's so the most practical are these two that will prove that you are aware of LEED requirement. In here there is no more study. It's just after time you will get LEED fellow. So we answer now the second question already about the LEED credential. Now we will move to the second part to answer another questions that you have in your mind today and clear all these questions. The last question about what is the LEED Green Associate examination. So I can study based on how the exam comes. I need to know what is the structure of the exam, what are the fees, what to do, and so on. Eligibility, everyone is eligible. You are engineer, for sure you are eligible. Anyone, architect, civil engineer, MAP, facility engineers, developer, student even, they can apply for the exam. The exam fees are 200 fees for members, member companies. So you need to check if your company is a member or no. And if it's a member, you will get some discount during registration online in the exam. They will tell you, are you a member? Are you means your company. In this case, they will ask you your company organization name or registration number of your company, not of you. But if your company is not, so you will just pay 250. Employee of United States Green Building Council, they are only considered members. These only the people who are considered members. No individual membership. Okay. When you make account in United States Green Building Council, you go to usgbc.org. You make username and password like Facebook. So you enter your name and so on. Please enter the correct name like in your passport, your name and family name. That's it. You have access by username and password. That's it. Then you have your own account and ID number that you'll use for your whole life, registering for exam, buying any resource, and so on through your account in USGBC, okay? This is the link, usgbc.org. Please have a look. Consider this homework, navigate the website, look at the menus, look at the project, the case studies, everything is there. It's very enjoyable. So no need to go and study the slides word by word. Just go and look at the website. Okay? Because everything we explained today is part of the exam, by the way. Okay? Especially the items that I said. So what is the LEED credential levels, LEED GA, LEED AP, LEED fellow, all this is part of the exam. Okay? Even though it's introduction, but it's part of the exam. So what is the exam? Exam is 100 multiple choices, meaning no statement, no cross choice, nothing, only multiple choices. Sometimes multiple response questions. He will say to you, choose one, choose two, choose three, Mostly choose one only, or when choose one, they will not tell you. They will just say choose the correct answer. If they want you to choose more than one answer, they will write a note after the question like this, choose to answer. What is the duration? 100 questions in 2 hours. What about these 20 minutes? They give you just 10 minutes tutorial at the start to show you, and this not counted in your time. And 10 minutes also exit survey. The passing score is 170 out of 200. I'll tell you based on simple percentage. It's not 85 like you divide this by this. No, because the evaluation is based on relative performance against baseline. So what is the baseline? We don't know the baseline. Maybe it's a software, depend on the difficulty of the exam. In their system, we don't know. But from my experience, I'm telling you, above 75 is safe. And above 70 is risky. You can also pass, but it's risky. Sometimes they will not pass above 70. But above 75%, it is safe. Meaning you answer 75 questions correct out of 100. But make note, please. There is a trick here. Make a note that there are 10 to 15 questions unscored. Meaning if you answer it correct or you answer it wrong, it will not impact your score. So if you studied well and do your best and you answer many exams and you are doing well, trust yourself. Don't doubt yourself during the exam when you see some questions that you never seen. This is just to make you disappointed. And I always tell my colleagues and engineers who take with me the course, please don't get disappointed. You're really doing well. You have all what you need to pass the exam after this course. Okay? So remember this and do the strategy that I always tell my student that unscored question, please mark for review. Choose any answer and mark for review. But this doesn't mean any question hard, you will say this is unscored. No, don't do like that. Okay. The reason for unscored, they are doing testing for some new questions, and they also give the exam some value and difficulty to make it difficult. Because actually, LEED exam, to tell you honestly, it's not difficult. It's only if you understand the concepts, we will say it's very easy. It's very, very easy. You understand the concept, you can answer any question. You need also some practice questions to know how the exam techniques. That's all. But these questions don't ever feel like disappointed. As long as you study, you answer some practice questions. Don't answer free exams online because they contain some wrong questions. Please answer from reliable source. Okay, either from institute you are taking now or any source, but reliable source. Okay. There is no negative marking. If you answer any question wrong, you just take 0. There is no minus. Okay, and result will be sent to you just after you do submit. And it will be available in your account within 48 hours. The certificate for printing available in your USGBC account within 48 hours. You will go to account, professional, credentials. Under credential, you will find your credentials that you have and your certificates can print. Please navigate the usgbc.org website today and make free account. You can take the exam combined, by the way. You can take the exam combined. How? You can sit instead of 2 hours, 4 hours. Instead of paying the fees for LEED GA, pay both together. And they will just give you a break between the 2 hours, 2 hours, then break, then the 2 hours. 2 parts. But I just wonder, I ask a question. If you can really manage physically to sit 4 hours in the exam, it's fine, no issue. But I'm telling you, do you really? Your mind will be still live in the second part? Oh, you will tell me yes. Okay, no problem. What if you fail in the LEED GA exam? Would you go for the LEED AP? That is the question, and that is the issue. So don't put yourself in troubles. Don't put more stress. If you want to study lead GA and lead AP together, study them. But when you take the exam, book the lead GA, pass lead GA, book the lead AP, take the lead AP. Don't take the exam as combo. Take the course as combo is good. Why? Because you study the AP with the GA, you get the complete picture. There is nothing you will say, oh, okay, I study less still in AP. No, you even become AP, you study for AP, and you go now for lead GA exam. You pass the lead GA, go and review lead AP again that you take and go for lead AP exam. Very simple. But in some cases, yes, you can pass both together. It will be two parts. Part one, Green Associate. Part two, AP. The fees will be 400 for members, 550 for non-members. This means 250 for lead GA and another 300 for lead AP. Apply for the exam the same way through usgbc.org, and then you will select that you want to take lead GA plus lead AP, the option exam, combo exam. It will be also computer-based test, 100 multiple choices question for each part. Total duration 4 hours instead of 2, 20 minutes survey and tutorial. Score is the same. You need to pass 170 out of 200 in part 1 and part 2, and pass part 1. If you pass part 1 and fail in part 2, you become lead green associate. So part 1 I pass, become lead green associate. Part 2 I fail, I become lead green associate. Okay. Generally not recommended for working professionals. Why? He don't mention here that if you really fail lead GA, you cannot take lead AP at all. So you lost both. You have lost both your money and your time. So please just take lead GA. Even second day, you want to take the second day or after 1 week lead AP, it's available. You can book, you find your seat within 3 to 5 days only. So it's not a big deal. Don't worry about booking the exam. It's always available in test center and online. Any question here? So as the summary of our introduction today, very simple introduction, but I think it's of more value to you. We studied what is green buildings in general, high level, not in details. What is significance of green buildings? What are the various green building rating systems? And what is LEED and why it's important? And what are the various LEED credentials? Thank you very much. There are no quizzes today because we're still in the introduction, but we will include some questions later about introduction today during our chapter 1 study. Now it's time with you for questions, comments, suggestion, anything. I am with you. Today is introduction, so we are 1 hour only. Introduction to the green buildings. Will not take more of your time today. And later we'll arrange time. We might make it twice a week only, not 3 times a week, because it will be very you cannot study all. So we'll try to make it twice a week and extend it to 3 hours, or it will be also 3 hours, no issue. So it will be just 2 lecture extra, better than having 3 times a week and you have no time to study. I will arrange this for admin. Might be Sunday and Wednesday. Okay, might be Sunday and Wednesday, something like that. Okay, so this is my suggestion. If you agree all, then we can agree now and make it with admin, inform admin. Can you give me your input? Mr. Rogelio agreed. Miss Reshma, Mr. Reshma, Zubair, Mr. Murad, okay. No, forgive me Saturday. For me, it's a day off. I wanted to take it off all the way for more sustainable life, I mean. So if we make it Sunday, any day from Sunday to Thursday, 2 days. So maybe Sunday, Wednesday. Okay, Mr. Rehan. So thank you for approval, Sunday and Wednesday. Here where? I'm sorry, here where? Just there is going UPDA class also Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Where? For you, special? So it will not work with you Sunday, right? So we can make yes, okay, we make Monday and Wednesday. So instead, so we just are the same as we are. We already Saturday, Monday, Tuesday. So we'll be Monday and Tuesday. No need to follow from the record. What do you think? Okay, Monday. So we did not change anything. The same timing. So I'll not confuse your schedules. We will just cancel Saturday, make it 2 times a week, and and this is it means you have no schedule change. We also have no schedule change. We just cancel once a week, so become twice a week, Monday and Wednesday. Agreed. Thank you very much. So confirmed. So we will meet this Monday also, since we finished Saturday as introduction. So next class will be on Monday after tomorrow. All right. So that's good also to give a push start. Today just introduction. So Monday we will take a nice class about LEED, very important class. Everyone please attend. It's about LEED process. You will, even you take the course before, you will see the LEED process is different with us, with me. Okay, so make sure you attend the LEED process on Monday. Thank you very much and see you on Monday. It was nice to meet you all. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Bye.